LDNRBS. We have another interview in the building, guys. BBC1Xtras. Dari Samuels, give him a clap out here.
Applause.
Let's give him a clap. Now he's already laughing. Like, clap for me. But also, straight from the start, I want to ask with BBC1Xtra and what you do. Just for anyone that doesn't know, Dari Samuels in the name. What do you do?
Okay, I'm a producer. Currently producing Charlie Sloth's Saturday night rap show on Radio 1 and 1Xtra. DJ Target's 1Xtra show Friday nights, and DJ Target's Radio 1 and 1Xtra show on a Saturday night. That's 1 till 4 a.m.
Not much then. Not much. That's not a big deal. Obviously a big deal. But I wanted to say, how did you get into that initially? Just to get people to get to know you as a person. How did you get into that?
Okay, the long and short of it is, I joined 1Xtra when it launched. So this is back in 2002.
Damn. Wow.
And you know, they were looking to start the radio station. So I had a normal job. I'd been to uni, got the job that would make my parents proud.
What did you do at uni?
I did management studies.
Okay.
And I had a job. I was part of worked for a recruitment company on a graduate scheme. Had a suit, had a briefcase, had all that.
I hear that.
But I always had a passion for music, and as a hobby, I was doing a lot of music related things. And so, like in 2002, I saw an advert in Guardian newspaper. They were looking for production staff for a new radio station. I applied for like an entry level role, broadcast assistant. I think about 2,000 people applied for about 60 positions. Bruh. So it was 2 job interviews, an application form, 2 job interviews, a music test, and then I got the job. So that's how I got in. But in order to be able to impress them, obviously had the skills and experience that they were looking for. So as a hobby, I used to DJ, I used to do music journalism, I used to write music articles for websites and magazines like Touch and Echoes. A friend of mine used to rap, so I used to help him with his like record releases, writing press releases and sending records out to DJs. So I was very much involved in music. I've been a fan of music all my life, and I've been listening to radio since I was a little child. So I grew up listening to Terry Wogan on Radio 2.
Of course.
So I had kind of like, as a listener, I knew what I kind of wanted to hear from radio, and was able to put that into practice when I got in the building at the BBC.
And like you said too, you started in 2002.
Yeah.
So who did you start working with? I know that previously you worked with Tim Westwood at BBC1Xtra, but who did you start with?
Okay, my first show was The Breakfast Show, which was with Casey, who's from Birmingham. I think she's still active up there.
Yeah.
So I was a broadcast assistant on that, working as part of a production team where you have a producer who leads the team and has production staff. So basically, as a team, you're responsible for creating what happens on air, along with the presenter. So not only sort of arranging the music, it's sort of arranging what's the presenter going to talk about, how they're going to talk about it, how do we weave that in and out of the music. Are there other features or regular items that come up in the show that we're going to have to create and sort of make sure happen weekly? Are there competitions? Are there contributors? So sort of managing that whole process of how do we make a cocktail of content and put it on the radio. And that in those days, this is, you know, we didn't have MP3s in 2002.
Of course.
We were playing our CDs, mini disc. If people remember mini disc.
You know,
I don't.
Man carry.
I'll be honest.
They were supposed to revolutionise listening to music.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be digital quality and you can re-record. Oh my gosh. So, you know, we weren't dealing with video as much. At the most, it was after a show posting track listings to a website. Yeah, you know, and that's developed into doing photography during shows. So you're capturing what happens. It's sort of translated into live streaming. Even creating sort of online videos for YouTube, social media content. So now, although I'm a radio producer, I'm responsible for creating content across multiple platforms. Yeah. So visual content and audio content and live radio.
I wanted to ask just a little bit of a fan question even.
Fan of me?
Fan of football. If you're a part of this, then definitely.
You're lying now.
But I'm telling you.
Trying to gas me up.
I hear that. But Tim Westwood, back in the day, you just spoke about photography and pretty much the way he used his media. Was you a part of this era? Because I know you worked with him.
I worked with Tim. I produced his show. Gosh, when was this? It was when he was doing a Sunday night rap show. So this is pre-Fire in the Booth, kind of like one of the early platforms for UK spitters to just like
I remember
film them. Like, in fact, the funny thing is, we actually had Charlie Sloth as a guest rapping.
Yeah, I remember them days,
Westwood
man.
show.
He was actually
Really?
a hard rapper.
So he used to rap.
Yeah.
So if
Really?
you like
Yeah, of
get your
course.
Google search on hard, you'll see the top of my head in one of those YouTube videos. nice, you know, fade.
Yeah.
You know, I'm there on the YouTube video with Charlie rapping. So that's what I produced for Tim Westwood. It was a Sunday night rap show on 1Xtra, and it was kind of like the early thing of getting like MCs in and getting to spit some bars.
most definitely. I would definitely say too that Tim Westwood is definitely a massive inspiration in terms of what he's done for the whole game in general. But here's a question that I know a lot of people would want to ask: Tim Westwood, Charlie Sloth.
Yeah.
You've worked with both. What would you say is the difference between the two? And is anyone that you may have preferred? You never know.
That's all you want to know.
That's all I want. I should have just left the rest of it, to be honest.
Yo, they're different, like, broadcasters.
Yeah.
I grew up listening to Tim Westwood, so he was my entry into hip hop. And, you know, working with him, I had to respect the fact that he's been presenting for a long time.
Yeah, of course.
And so, in producing him, I have to be aware that he's also used to having his own production team around him and producing himself.
Yeah.
So I know he's not looking to me for guidance.
Yeah.
He's looking to me to help facilitate whatever he wants to, or his vision of the show. And that was the main thing about working with Tim, is that there's no point trying to teach him how to present. It's about how do we make the best on-air product for the audience. Interestingly, with Charlie, I started working with him probably 5 years ago when he first joined 1Xtra.
Yeah.
When he was on the weekends. And so I was very much involved in shaping him in the early stages as a broadcaster. So we, like, after each show, we would spend half an hour debriefing and talking about techniques that he needs to develop, or techniques that he's already very good at, in terms of whether it's relaying information to the audience or storytelling, or how to deliver a humorous story so the punchline connects. So working with different presenters, you'll find that different presenters need different aspects of a producer's arsenal.
Yeah.
Dependent on how far along the journey they are as a broadcaster. Charlie Sloth, now that I started working with him again probably about 2 years ago, had developed not only as a broadcaster but also as a kind of hip-hop ambassador.
Yeah.
So working with him the second time, I had to take up a different kind of role. So again, it was more about how do we shape and make a daytime radio show work, also that kind of harnesses his personality and also allows him to reflect his like specialist hip-hop like credentials.
Also, I wanted to ask too with Charlie Sloth, not to stay on this topic for too long, but I wanted to say, with those two, I'm guessing you were around him at the same time when he first started. Do you know how he actually felt about the backlash, I guess, he got from people saying that he took Tim Westwood's place, pretty much? Do you know how he felt around that time?
I don't know. You'd have to ask him how he felt. I think, you know, if you're stepping in the game and actually get into the BBC, I think you have to be ambitious. Well, you have to be ambitious to get there in the first place. So I think his ambition was to take Timothy Westwood's slot at some point.
True indeed.
So he was probably happy. You know, mission accomplished.
Yeah.
But you have to ask him directly in terms of how he felt about whatever feedback he got about that.
Now, also, you're with BBC1Xtra and you've been there for a long time. For anyone that is listening to this right now and thinking, I want to be in that same position, I want to take your position, in fact, how do they do that? I don't know. That's a weird question to ask you.
You can't give
yeah,
people
exactly.
a blueprint, you know.
Yeah, and this is how you take my job.
Come on.
No, but this is how. Look, the only way you get employed is by demonstrating that you have skills, experience, expertise that the employer will value, and you've got to prove that you've got more than what I've got. So if you want to battle, let's go.
He looked at me like he's ready to battle. I don't want none. I don't want none. I'm out of the game.
Man's ready to battle right now.
I just see you. I look at
She
me.
looks me straight at me.
You
never know.
How do I take your job?
Yeah, true indeed. True indeed.
How does one like yourself go about finding inspiration to do what you do on a regular basis?
Question.
By having a life. So the reason why I'm here is because I've heard of you, and the reason why I've heard of you is because I take time to see what's out there. You know, because ultimately, you know, when I first started, I was part of the target audience. So in terms of coming up with ideas to try and interest the audience, I just had to think of what would interest me.
Yeah.
Now, as I'm older, I'm having to do research but to discover ways...
Stay updated.
And to discover what the target audience will be interested in.
Yeah.
So I can't just ask my friends what they would want. I have to kind of... Oh, man's coming in with another question. Let me finish my point. But now, I actually part of my job is actually keeping my ear to the ground.
Yeah.
Whether it's finding out what the competition's doing, finding out what the audience is interested in, finding out what people are creating that actually people are gravitating towards and sharing and really appreciating.
I was just curious, what was your first encounter with LDNRBS? How did you come across us?
And this is the other thing. I probably saw it on a timeline somewhere.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You know, and I think creating that buzz where other people are talking about you, that's more valuable than you talking about yourself. Because someone else endorsing you, I expect you to big up yourself, but then self-praise is no recommendation. But if someone else is talking about you, and there are lots of people who I'm interested in are talking about you, I'll take an interest. Like, who are these people that everyone's talking about? So I think it was something on the timeline. I think at the showcase, it was
Arbridge Creativity, yep.
Was it November or something?
November, yeah.
So that's how I saw it. There was someone was tweeting it or something, and I was inquisitive, so I went down and checked it out.
Nice. Also, you did say to me to challenge me, so I want to challenge you now. Because also on your bio it says hip hop expert. Now, being a hip hop expert,
you're going there.
I was like, listen, I have to ask him some stuff.
I'm ready for this.
So, this is big, you know. This is a big moment. Gave me eye contact again. You were just like, I'm looking at you straight.
It might be bigger for you than for me.
Jeez, we're going
We'll see.
right. So, first question. What I don't even know if I want to give you like the A B's. You might be able to get it straight off the top. Right.
do it, yeah.
I don't want to
Nas is-
intimidate you.
I hear that. I hear that.
I just might actually just
Yeah.
fake it and make some wrong
Real.
answers.
He got comfortable in his chair as he said it
to
too.
make you feel good about yourself.
I hear that.
I don't
I hear
wanna,
that.
like, blast you out the water.
True indeed. We'll
So,
see.
so
bad,
you know,
we'll
what I
see.
mean? I'll be on the humble one.
I'm gonna stay humble too.
I might fling in some wrong answers. you know?
Let's go. Nas' second album. What is it called?
It was written.
Oh damn.
Bro,
Okay.
just like
I understand.
that.
That's a pretty
Alright.
easy one, though.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay. Cool. Second, which legendary rapper told his producer his first number one was corny before it came out? Should I give him the A, B's, and C's, or should we just allow him?
You're saying I was in the room with every rapper to know
Okay.
what
Okay. That's a good point. That's a good point.
Give me the A,
Okay. The A, B, C's, and okay. Jay-Z, Notorious B.I.G. or Big Pun?
It was Biggie. He didn't like Juicy.
Well, damn.
Hey,
insane.
hey,
Okay. All right.
Am I right or
Okay.
wrong?
I need to go back and do some more.
Am I right
Okay.
or wrong?
You're
Research,
right.
bro.
You're right. Credit when it's due. Right. So next, which star rapper had a close friendship and alleged relationship with Jada Pinkett Smith? Eminem, Tupac.
Come on.
Was it obvious?
Really?
Was it obvious?
This is the question you
That's
came
too
with?
easy.
Was it
Really?
obvious? I didn't
Tupac.
expect him to be a
My
proper
word.
hip hop
I know,
expert
but to be
out
fair,
here.
you're catering to my time,
True indeed.
my era.
True indeed.
But have I proved enough?
You know what? A1, A star. You got it out
Are
here
you-
for sure.
round of
So
applause,
you're an expert,
man.
yeah?
I'm like, oh gosh,
Oh,
so he's coming at
oh,
me. All right, all right, let's
careful.
go.
What's your-
I'm ready.
Careful.
What's your specialist field?
Anything.
Play me.
Let me write polls. Let me do polls after that.
No.
You're brave,
So
you're
you
Yeah.
got this.
I got this.
Play a track. We'll come back with this.
Okay, we'll come back to this for sure. We'll definitely come back. So, what song? Okay, you tell me what song do you want to play right now?
Joe, what? You got Stormzy, Bad Boy.
Oh, of course.
My girlfriend is in the corner. That's a tune that she sings along to in the car. Hard
Shout out. Definitely. So let's get in. Bad Boys, J Hus. Let's get back into it. Dari Samuels, LDNRBS. LDNRBS. We have Dari Samuels in the building, guys. Give him another clap. Let's give him another clap. For sure. We were trying to grill Dari a couple minutes ago, but he ended up grilling me, so I don't know what to do. But I got one more question for Dari over here. One more. Let's see if we can really just do 5 stars.
Bit of Wikipedia again.
Fully. I'm getting dissed already. It's okay though.
alright.
But can you name all 4 members of Slaughterhouse?
Joe Budden, Joel Ortiz, Crooked Eye, and the other guy who I'm gonna come back to, Royce 5'9".
Come Come on. But the thing is, like, come on.
I thought he was gonna slip up. He gave me
right
hope.
now is priceless.
He gave me like 5 seconds of hope and then just took it away in 2 seconds.
Should have teased with you a bit more.
But you said that you have some questions for me.
I'll
Do
just
you
have one.
Just get me with one.
I'll just get one. All
Okay.
right. Name the legendary producer who has produced tracks for Tupac, Biggie, and Miles Davis.
You're in trouble, you know. You're actually in
He's in a documentary. He's in a documentary about both of them, and he's the one talking about both of them, saying he's the only producer that done for both of them. I can't name him, but I know who you're talking about. He's trying to mind me the name, but I don't know what he was saying. Ty, just say
I might
it.
be wrong
Go
still.
for it.
Say
Go for
it.
Is it Scott? Is it not?
We've taken that L over here at LDNRBS. We will come back. Okay.
That's an L for
Try
me.
help
Well,
out.
you
Come to
know-
the mic. Come to the mic. Come to the mic.
Man's on the Wikipedia.
Yeah. Wikipedia.
Forget that, man.
We've taken this one L, but who is it? Let's get the answer for that one.
Easy Mo B.
Easy
Right.
Mo
Never
B,
would've got
man.
I didn't know that.
I watched that documentary, but well, we've lost this one. But I wanted to ask a simple question over here too. How do you feel about new radio presenters that in the industry right now? Like when you look out and you see like new up and coming radio presenters and how the industry's going in terms of online and everything like that. How you feeling about that?
I think it's great now that there are lots of platforms where people can hone their craft, experiment, get things wrong, and not lose their job.
Yeah.
You know, so it's great. I didn't have that when I was growing up. I mean, I did a bit of student radio at uni. I had my own little radio show for like a term. But now, because there are a lot of internet radio stations, community radio stations, you know, people need those platforms and those sort of like safe zones where they can learn how to present. You know, the challenge for those presenters is if they want to actually take it seriously and want to turn a hobby into a profession, because then you actually have to have a certain level of expertise in order to deserve a paycheck for what you do.
How did you do that though? Turning it into a hobby, into a profession? Because like,
By working on the craft. So I already had musical knowledge, expert musical knowledge.
I'm coming back for Dari, you know. I'm gonna start DMing him like.
But that in itself, you know, you can be the biggest fan and know like every producer and whatever. Cool. That has limited, you know, value when there's Wikipedia, where I don't know now, but in 10 seconds I'll know. So that on its having knowledge isn't gonna get you a job. It's how you apply the knowledge and use it to create content that's of value. How do you take that knowledge of a producer and work out, or how do we make this into a radio idea? What will that sound like? What editing skills will I need to make that happen? What script writing skills will I need to make that happen? How will I get a team around me to to buy into the idea? How will I make sure a presenter wants to be a part of it and will sell the idea? So all those production skills, if you build on them and actually hone them and deliver an end product that's good, that's how you show that I'm not just someone that knows music. I'm someone who can translate knowledge into an exciting entertainment experience.
What would you say too within your own career too? What would you say any content that you've created that you're most proud of up to this point, or you've been a part of that has been created?
You know, I'm always proud. Like, I'm proud of most of the things I do, but the pride lies in different areas. Early on in my career, I was just, you know, happy and proud to be able to create content. Like, I remember early on when I was joining 1Xtra, I had the opportunity to make like a radio documentary, which was not only broadcast on 1Xtra, but World Service heard it and thought, you know what, this needs to go international. And that was an opportunity to interview a lot of music idols I had, but also taught me about journalism, editorial sort of like judgment, and actually telling a story, and be able to spend 8 weeks and craft a 20-minute documentary was very satisfying. And to get like the kudos of someone outside saying, you know what, that's dope, I want to play it on my radio station and give it a wider audience, that's great. These days I get pride from the fact that I can provide platforms for the next generation of content makers, artists, presenters, and give them their moment to shine. So I've always had pride in what I do. It's just that the pride lies in different aspects of the work that I do.
What's the hardest thing about what you do, though? The most difficult and challenging thing about what you do?
It is just, you know, staying in touch with the real world. You know, it's easy to get caught up in the media, social media kind of bubble of excitement, and then forget that what's actually happening. Do people actually care? Like when I'm at the bus stop or in the supermarket, are people actually talking about the same things that we think are so exciting? You know, we'll be buzzing about a Stormzy album, but you know, in everyday life there might be something more pressing that needs talking about right now rather than Stormzy. So it's been able to constantly tap into what's happening in the environment and make stuff that will actually attract ears, because everyone's talking about Stormzy, but if I can find that local story or that social topic that touches the hearts of lots of people out there but which isn't being addressed, I have gold. So the challenge is always trying to find that golden nugget that no one else is actually exploiting.
I would actually champion what you're saying on two different levels too. Like I saw online too, I saw you heard a song, Jack James, not too long ago, and I saw you played it the next day on 1Xtra, and I felt like, even on another level, the fact that you've been in the industry for 12 years and then you saw Art Breach Creativity and then just came down.
Do you know what it is? I'm a fan of music. I think that's what's driven the way I produce. I'm always hunting for a new sound to excite me. So it used to be back in the day going through record crates in record stores trying to find some track that no one else has got, and be like, I found some gold.
That's literally.
And the process is still there. I'm always like digging the internet for that track that actually is dope to me, and I can actually help elevate above other tracks which I don't think are as deserving. So why not support the things that I think deserve the support?
For sure.
Also, I wanted to say too, what is the future of Dari Samuels and what is the future of 1Xtra going forward, and where are we going to go?
You'll need to talk to the boss about the future.
I hear that. I hear that's a different entity. I hear that.
You need to watch me to watch the future of me.
Real. I hear that. I want to ask a little bit more. That was kind of like, it was like a closed door. Like, open it a little bit.
Follow me.
Follow you. Follow Dari Samuels.
No, I mean, it's a progression. You know, at the start of my career, I was very much about creating content, and it was very much create. And I've created for 15 years, and I'll continue to create. But for me, I also want to contribute. And so whether it's to the music scene, to a wider community, so contributing is something that's important to me, and also helping, because I'm now, have someone with experience and knowledge to pass on. So I think it's important for me to pass on what I do know to help other people. So that's what my future will be in broader terms. But follow me.
I wanted to ask you as well. Right now is a very exciting time for UK music. Who would you say is your favourite UK artist right now?
That's a big one, either. That's a big one.
I can't answer that. I can't answer that.
Give us one, man.
They'll see him 2 weeks later too and be like, well, I remember what you said.
Because there's a lot I admire about a lot of different artists, whether it's about their work ethic, their professionalism, their talent. So to single out one, I think would be wrong. But I think, they're role models everywhere. I think it's important that people, as fans, support the people who they value. So it's less important about who I think's dope. I think it's important who you think's dope, and you support them with your money, support them with, your effort. Same way I will share, retweet, whatever, something I think's dope. If you're a fan, be a fan. And so it's less about what a tastemaker says. It's you, as London Rebels, are creating a community where you support artists and creatives. So I'm less important because you support each other, and so it doesn't matter who I co-sign because you're all lifting each other together. So I think that's the most important thing. It's less important who I care about; it's more important who you care about, and make sure you act on who you care about and support them.
Well, listen to what you said before too. Follow him. What is your socials too?
Dari Samuels. It's that simple. DARI SAMUELS on Twitter, Instagram, Google me, and holler. Like, people don't ask me, so I'm gettable.
There we go.
You got me.
Most definitely.
It's not that difficult if you actually want to find stuff out, ask things, holler at people. I think a lot of people are embarrassed to ask. Don't want to beg it, but the people that are succeeding are asking and begging it because they're motivated to do whatever it takes to get to where they need to get to. Well, so while you're thinking, oh man, I don't want to look like I'm begging it, that whack guy who you hate,
who is begging, is winning.
And I'm booking him tomorrow.
There we go.
Real, that's
there
real.
we go. Shout out to Jamal, wherever he is, the one that's doing that. But we had Dari Samuels up here. We're thankful that you came down for sure. Very influential within our whole industry. So, LDNRBS, Dari Samuels, give him a clap out here. We'll have Manny Keys in not too long. Big Sean bounce back. Any last words out here?
Support yourself, man.
Next time I'm going to win. That's all I'm saying.
Big up.
Good luck.
See the eye contact. I'm going to win.
Talk
I
about
don't know if you got this, bro.
I got this. LDNRBS.